running. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Ready.
You're doing. I'm always following you, man. I know you out in Westerly, so we kind of stay close. So I'm seeing everything you're doing. I'm seeing the voice sports stuff and how they're kind of reaching really the nation. They're doing stuff all over the country. So if there's
Yeah.
anybody voice sports that wants to tap into what to this market in Rhode Island and New England, trying to expand a little bit, definitely hit me up and you can get my info from Mikey.
Wins. Not everybody. The older coaches. They want to cry. They want to go to these RIIL meetings, and they want to cry. We're not competitive. We can't do this. We back. We got Stanley Dunbar, Breakthrough Football. What's going on, Stanley, man? How you been? Now, here he is. What's up, Coach?
What's good, Mikey? How's it going?
All right, not bad. You've been busy the last couple of weeks. Stanley Dunbar is with us. Breakthrough Football Elite, traveling around. This is like technically your first year traveling, and you have it pretty lit up.
Yeah, this is so I started with the 7-on-7 in 2019. We've been in a legacy league. We was partnering with Legacy Football Organization. They're based out of Brighton, Michigan. Got a really big facility out there. They've been branching off into different markets. They have moved into the New England market and also in Philadelphia. So they're a pretty big organization. We kind of started out as one of their partners out of Rhode Island in 2019. We won their league back-to-back years, 2019 and 2020 before the pandemic hit. And we actually went out to Michigan March of 2020, right before the pandemic, like literally I might have been the weekend before all this craziness happened with COVID. And I forgot what the tournament's called, but we won that tournament in Michigan with a bunch of Rhode Island boys, went out in Michigan and competed against some really good 7-on-7 teams and came home with a championship. But yeah, man, and then COVID happened. So we were really going to get going in 2020, but COVID kind of stopped a lot of things. Last spring, we were playing football in the spring, so we couldn't really do what we're doing right now with the 7-on-7. So this is really our first opportunity in about 2 years to keep it going with the Breakthrough Travel team. But we definitely still have experience because of our experience with Legacy and the things we were doing there. And Legacy does it at a really high level. So, getting an opportunity to work for them, I was really considered their regional director out of the state of Rhode Island. So I was working for them, and I had an opportunity to learn a lot. They got great management up there. They do things the right way. So it was a good experience for me to learn, take some of that stuff and bring it on home and try to help the kids from Rhode Island.
So far, you've been to Vegas, Atlanta, Delaware,
Yep.
and now DC.
Yep,
You're
correct.
heading to DC this weekend. What is your overall record?
To be honest with you, man, our record is good, but I'll be honest with you, like in 7-on-7, me personally, I don't like every week keep track of like this is our record, that's our record. I know we've won more than we lost. I kept track of the record when we were out in Delaware. I know as an organization we were 16-6. But my whole thing about the 7-on-7, man, is my end goal isn't to, it's not about keeping track of record and things like that. My main motivation is getting these kids exposure, man, getting them an opportunity to compete against kids from California, kids from Texas, kids from all around the country, and get to see like, a measuring stick of where they are. They get an accurate estimation of where they are as an athlete and, get to go against kids that they're competing for scholarships, roster spots, and all that type of stuff. So that's really my focus, is just the exposure aspect of it, getting kids from Rhode Island out there on the road. So I don't necessarily pay attention as much to the record as I would in a normal football season. But every time we go out there, definitely the goal is to get W's for sure.
I know this weekend you was like 5-1, so congratulations to the kids. Talk about exposure. You have some of the state's best football players, in my opinion. Who are they?
We got some great players, man. Some names, obviously, everybody in the state of Rhode Island is going to know that's on our roster. We got Dean Variccioni. We got Eddie Bueller. We got guys like Marquise Buchanan, who's going to be debuting with us in DC. He's riding out with us tomorrow. Justin Denson from LaSalle, he's riding out with us tomorrow. We got Prince Quay, who was an All-State defensive back. Andre DePina Gray, Moses Muse, Ethan McCann Carter. We got a whole bunch of talent. Chase Gouvon, not a lot of people know about him from LaSalle. He's going to be coming up. Armis Edward from Central. We got a whole bunch of talent. Jaden Newman Lee from Central. Uh, yeah, we're pretty good as far as getting some of the better players from the state of Rhode Island. So we got a lot of talent on all our levels. We got some younger guys that are really good. David Rodriguez, who has an offer to UMass as a freshman. He's going to be going to Loomis Chafee. Terrence Campbell, Nashawn Montgomery. We got some really good players throughout all age groups of Breakthrough Elite.
And now you have kids that are coming up with the younger kids, like you had just mentioned. And all the guys you mentioned are basically some of the state's best players at their position. So
Yeah.
are getting them exposure. Definitely Moses Muse, you know, everybody hears his name who watches Friday Night Lights on. He's on like every WPRI
Yep.
on every Friday night. Bueller, great quarterback up at NK. So what is it after this weekend? I know you're going down to DC, or you're going to be very close to DC, right?
Yeah, we're actually going to Springfield, Virginia. It's about 30 minutes. 30 minutes from DC. It's one of the best facilities in the country, from what I've heard. It's called the St. James Wellness and Athletic Center. If you look it up, it's a beautiful indoor turf field. They also got an indoor basketball court, an ice hockey rink in there. There's like a indoor water park, a restaurant. It's a pretty crazy facility. They said it's like the biggest and best one in the region. So we'll get an opportunity to get our kids competing in that type of facility. I'm sure it'd be a lot of fun for a lot of them.
And I'm sure you guys do other things while you're down there if you have the
Oh
time.
yeah, for sure. Yep,
A lot of
that's all part of it.
destinations.
Yep, definitely. Definitely want to stop by the White House. We probably won't be able to do it on Saturday, because of the schedule that came out, and we're going down there with like 60 kids, right? So we got 4 teams, we got 7 vans, 60 kids. They all age groups are playing at different times, so I'm gonna be pretty much there all day Saturday, watching different age brackets play. But on Sunday before we leave, we definitely want to stop by, the White House and show them some different monuments and things like that. But we're gonna go out to dinner on Saturday night as a team at 7 p.m. in Springfield, Virginia. We got a couple restaurants that we're looking at, but we'll take them all out, have a team dinner, call it a night. Guys will be tired from all the football on Saturday. And then on Sunday before we leave, we want to stop at one of those destinations.
Well, shout out to what you're doing, because everything I hear, everybody, these kids that they all mention Breakthrough. They all want to play for Breakthrough. I hear that you guys are traveling good. You're staying at good places. And technically, this is your first year, and you guys look to be balling out. So we expect big things from Breakthrough in the future.
I appreciate it, man. And it takes a team. We got a great staff at Breakthrough. I want to give my girlfriend a shout out. She helps me out a lot behind the scenes. My sister, my brother-in-law. We got some great coaches on staff. Mike Washington, who you guys will hear from in a couple hours. He's on our staff. He coaches our 14U team. There's a really good trainer, a wide receiver trainer. He also coaches at Central. His name is Alex. I don't want to butcher his last name, but everybody knows Alex as far as the training and stuff like that goes. Got some of my little bros, dudes that I consider my little bros, guys that I trust. Emmanuel Leak, Alfred Dorber. Just a great staff overall. We got a great group of people. We got great parents that help out. So it takes a village to make something like this happen. I know I'm out in the forefront, but we got a lot of people behind the scenes that are making sacrifices and helping me out to make sure that Breakthrough is doing what we got to do.
Well, shout out to all them people, everybody you mentioned. I thought it was just Stanley Dunbar doing all the work.
Nah, man.
And for people that are, you also have Passing League coming up right after this, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So we got starting in June, we're gonna do a passing league. The location, we got a couple locations that we have up in mind right now. Moses Brown is one of them. That's a possibility, but we're also looking at a couple other locations. They're all going to be in Providence, but we definitely got a couple locations in mind. And I got something else that we're cooking up for the summertime that I'll be in touch with you about. But I think it's going to be great for our kids. Really get these kids exposure, get these kids recruited. So we got a couple things that we're cooking up right now, getting ready for the summer.
People can definitely go to your website, or is it breakthrough footballfba.com?
So right now we have two websites. So you can like we have an LLC, Breakthrough Football Academy, and that's breakthroughfba.com. And what we're doing right now with the 7-on-7, this is it's a nonprofit arm. You know, we're not doing this to make money. Obviously, it costs money to go on all these trips and stuff like that, but the purpose of it isn't to make money, and that's breakthroughelite.org.
Okay, so there's FBA.com and breakthroughelite.org. But shout out to Coach Dunbar. And of course, we'll be seeing him every Friday night, Westerly Bulldogs, when the season starts. Boy,
And
you're
also,
very
man,
busy.
I want to give a shout out because I know there's like a lot of talk out there about, beef going on, but on the real, shout out to everybody, 7-on-7 organizations out of Rhode Island that are getting these kids exposure. I know at times there could be some miscommunications, but from my end is really no hatred towards anybody that's out here trying to get these kids exposure, trying to travel with these kids and get them out there on the road. So shout out to everybody, not just 7-on-7, but guys like my guy Najee Barrows that's training kids and people out here that are about Rhode Island football, trying to push the envelope forward. Shout out to everybody trying to make Rhode Island football better. I got nothing but respect for everybody that's trying to push the game forward.
Nice. Shout out to you for recognizing that. It's all fun at the end of the day. We're just passionate people, I think, at times, and we let the passion get the better of us. But that's what it is about promoting Rhode Island football. But Coach Dunbar,
Facts.
thank you. Good luck to you. I see them nice vans you're gonna be traveling down there with. So be
Yes, sir.
careful. Have a great ride, and we'll talk to you when you get back from DC. Good luck. Stanley
Yes,
Dunbar,
sir.
Elite.
Appreciate y'all, man. And my camera's off because I'm laid up watching some TV with my girl, so I don't want y'all to be seeing all that. So got the camera off.
All
We
right, well,
appreciate y'all
salute to you and salute to your girl because everything she does, because this is a lot of work. And I always say salute to the girlfriends, salute to the wives, especially in football, because it takes the wives and the girlfriends to really put this whole thing together to hold these guys down.
for sure. She's my backbone. She helps me out. She brings me peace. So shout out to her.
All right, Coach Dunbar, man. We'll talk to you soon. Be safe, Coach Stanley Dunbar, Breakthrough Elite.
All right, Mikey. Have a good night.
Thank you. That was Coach Dunbar, man. We're gonna be back. We're gonna be back tonight, a little while. Mike Washington, Central Nights coming on a little bit later. You have to tune in about 10 o'clock, 10:15. We're gonna talk to Coach Washington. Everything Central Nights has going on. It's going to be a great, great conversation. Again, you can watch it live on Twitter. And then you can listen to it'll be on iHeartRadio. A lot of good things are coming down. But shout out to Coach Dunbar. Shout out to Breakthrough Football. They about to head down to Washington. So we're gonna one other big thing I wanted to let you all know. Who's looking for an injury fun game? Ponagansett wants an injury fun game. So if you're looking for an injury fun game, we got you covered, man. Look, where else do you go, right? You can come here, all football, man. This is the go-to place for football. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody holding it down. We're gonna be back 10:15. We're gonna talk to my guy, Coach Washington. And shout out to everybody, all these sponsors, man, that really be helping us out. Coldwell Banker, Coastal Homes, Mark Wright, presidential award winner. Give Mark a call, 787-5203. And you see behind me, you see playing up in the screen, coming up May 29th. Get out there, Lincoln Woods. A free cookout, courtesy of Fed Hill. And check it out. If you go to Fed Hill Instagram page, or you can go to Fed Hill Facebook page, and you can sign up to win a limo ride to and from the Fed Hill cookout. And also, if you go to the cookout, the best dish contest takes home $100. But here's the information for the cookout. So the Fed Hill Memorial Day cookout, this is a day that we all come together to remember our fallen brothers and sisters' lives as well as our own. Sunday, May 29th, 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. And let me give Fed Hill a little bit of love and play one of their songs. Where is it? I got a little clip here.
When I drop you off, you never see your father. Saw 48 hours of the week. It's not enough for us to speak. It's not enough for me to teach. I wanna hug you. You're out of reach. You're so far away. I just want you here with me. Just know this wasn't up to me. Driving from your mama crib, I find it hard to breathe. Hard to tell you what I mean, but I never wanna leave. There's things I must protect you from. I only can 2 days out.
Shout out to Fed Hill. You can actually go to Fed Hill on Instagram. Register to win a limo ride to and from. That's what's up. To and from the cookout, courtesy of Potty Rock Limousine and DJ Services. So definitely check that out. But we're gonna be back at 10:30. It's gonna be interested. And big shout out to Voice Sports and the Sports Farm. Harris coming up, Atlantic City, Easter weekend. You use the promo code VOICE, VOICE, and you get a big discount. Definitely use the promo code VOICE, VO with the YCE. And coming up at 10:15, we're gonna talk to Mikey Washington. He's got a few things that he wants to talk about. He wants to talk about the future of Central football, where Central is now, where Central is going. From the jump, Mikey said we want to play the best, and that's all you can really ever want. So, come back 10 o'clock, 1 hour. We're gonna get ready. We're gonna have Mikey Washington, who is ready for this. I think it's gonna be a great interview. Big shout out to everybody, but I think it's gonna be lit. So come back, right? 10:30. Mikey Washington's gonna be on. Very interested of what Mikey has to say. That's a fact. Thanks, your boy Mikey. Can we keep it real podcast? What is going on, everybody? Real quick, want to thank the people that make this possible, man. Big shout out to Mark Wright, co-op banker, Coastal Homes, a presidential award winner. We got to support the people that support youth sports. Big shout out to Voice Sports. Definitely check out what Voice Sports has going on. The Voice Sports Reporter Show was definitely lit this week. Big shout out to Rally Point. The only way to stand is together. And don't forget, check out what Voice Sports has going on with the Unfinished Business Tour. Getting ready to take off. Check out yesterday's show. So we back. Shout out Rally Point, man. Shout out to Wes Pennington. Have anybody had a chance to pick up the book? Wes was able to raise the funds to be able to send 100 copies to the ACI for the prisoners at the Department of Corrections. Shout out to Wes Pennington for being able to get that down. But we're gonna be back in 1 hour. 1 hour with Mike Washington. Central Knights. See what he has to say. All right, we out, man. Shout out Stanley Dunbar, Breakthrough Football. Talk to you in an hour.